here's what went into this project. It started with the Graphic 45 Ivory Mixed Media Box, little 5x5 roughly. Inside the box, this one's sealed up, but it has 6 of these little card inserts that you'll see on the little mini album that's inside of my box. So I used that. I used 2 of the regular size ivory tags from Graphic 45. This is the packaging from the antique brass claw feet. I love those claw feet. I use them on everything. Totally love them. I also use the doorknob and plate in the antique brass, which I don't have the package for to show you. But I did use these flowers. These are brand new, pretty much. Rose Bouquet Collection in the classic ivory and natural linen. And for this particular project, I only used the natural linen ones, so I'll show you that. And then the paper collection. Okay, so here's the funny part about the paper collection is when I was asked to make samples, at the time Graphic 45 had an issue with some papers being damaged in the Love Notes collection, so all I got were these 2 sheets. I got a lot of each of these 2 sheets, but I only used 2 and 2 because that's what you would get in a paper collection. So I got the lovely lyrics with all these lovely cut aparts, and it looks like this on the back. And then I got the signature page called Love Notes, just like the paper, which is beautiful. And that. So I did also, though, get the patterns and solids. So these are wonderful. Of course, I always buy the patterns and solids when I buy a collection because it just extends your paper collection and stretches it that much further. And it's all these nice, neutral, kind of not too busy patterns that can be perfect backgrounds or photo mats. So you don't have to necessarily use a bunch of cardstock in your project. You can use this. So everything on one side is sort of a small print, and then the other side is a solid. However, it always has a little bit of a nice texture in there. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera or not, but so a lot of times if you see black on my project, and I didn't use black cardstock, I used the back of this sheet. So these are all different, as you can see. Some are black on the background, some are that tan, some are more like an ivory. So there's a lot of nice blacks, reds, tans, and creams in this collection, which is wonderful. Okay, so if any of you follow me with any regularity on YouTube, you know that I have created many of these bases to attach to the bottom of Graphic 45's boxes to accommodate these claw feet. You can put them right on the box, but you can't put it on this box and open it this way. You have to use it the standard way and put the feet this way. So sometimes I just want to do it this way. So that forced me into developing this this base, and it's all cardstock and paper, and that's it, and it's super sturdy. So I have a YouTube video on how to make a base for any size box, and I give you all the dimensions on how to do that for any size box, how to figure it out yourself. So make sure you check it out. I'll put that down in the description so you have the link so you don't have to work too hard to find it. So here we go. This is the top, and there are those flowers. If we can get in a little tighter, you can see that I have added a little bit of shading to the flowers with a paintbrush and an ink pad of like a brown color and a little bit of water. And I've painted the edges like a little bit darker shade of this tannish brown, just to give it a little dimension. And then I sprayed it with some shimmery spray, kind of like a pearly spray, just to give a little bit of extra something something. Okay, so I've done that with wherever there's a flower. And so the mixed media box has a hole here, so this paper is actually adhered to the inside of the lid, so we see it through this little window, and I've added lace in there and a little trim around the edges with some May Arts ribbon. There's that door knob and plate I talked about. I had this little handle in my stash, so that's on the magnetic flap there. And then I just fussy cut, because I didn't have any embellishments to work with, didn't have any chipboard or anything like that. So I just fussy cut this trombone, I don't know. I put that on the spine, and then this is on the back. And you can see that I've used the paper on the base and some lace, and then glued those claw feet on there. Okay, so inside it opens out, and I've kept it very simple on these panels here because it all has to close down. So it's just paper, and I've covered up all that stuff I had going on that shows through the window here. And then inside we have this mini album, and of course I've lined the inside of the box as well, so it's pretty if it has something in it or not. Put that aside, and we'll take a look at this little mini album. It's a little square mini. It's just under 5 by 5, I believe. No, actually it's more like 4.5 by 4.5. And these are, again, those little card inserts that come with the box. They're all ivory. There's 6 of them. I have attached everything, kind of bound it together with this beautiful ribbon. I'm not sure if this is May Arts or not. I got it a long time ago, but it's like the perfect shade of that taupey tan, and it's trimmed in that little checker of like a black and gray. It's perfect. So that's just sort of attached to the back here. Again, just like the By the Sea project I mentioned in the other video, I will be making a tutorial for this, and it will be in my Etsy shop for sale, so you can print it out yourself. It'll have full directions, step by step, and full color photos and everything you need to do the project, just like I always do. So I'll make sure that I'll put that in the link below, how to get to my Etsy shop. So you can see that I have built a little spine system here, but it's not the traditional spine that all the pages will shoot out from, as you'll see. So here's my little simple cover. Again, no chipboard. I don't have anything to work with, so I just used cut-aparts and fussy cuts and a little bit more of those leaves that were from the flower collection. Worked those in. So this album, I'll just give you a quick look. It opens out and opens out and opens out and opens out. And there are 5 of those, even though there's 6 inserts in the box, because I used one and cut it in half to make these 2 pockets here. Okay, so we'll just take a quick little spin through. Each little panel is fairly simple, has either places for journaling or a photo mat. And when I put cut-aparts or fussy cuts, I pop them up with some foam tape for dimension. Again, I like to cover my naked spine area with a little strip of the compatible paper, so I did that. And you can see in between each panel that spine area gets smaller and smaller, and that's so that this will fold and fold and fold and accommodate the size when it's all folded up. So here is that little first pocket that's made from half of one of the inserts. So it's just adhered on 3 sides, added some paper and some lace, and popped up a little cut apart. There's that beautiful pattern in solid paper back there. And then the 2 tags that I showed you earlier, I just cut 2 inches off the bottom. And I did the same with the paper when I cut it in the die. So added a little ribbon. Done. This panel, lots of nice blacks and reds and tans, fussy cuts. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty clean. There's another one of those pocket pages, another little tag. This is popped up. How do I love thee? I love the words in the cut-apart page. I mean, you could make cards galore that would be so nice for Valentine's or a wedding or birthday or Mother's Day or anniversary. So let's flip this around. Take a look this way. So the ribbon's going to kind of get in our way. But basically, I'll kind of slide through very quickly. These are simpler because this is the back of the album. So you could add more photos here, but I was concerned with too much bulk. You have to be careful because this thing, like I said, folds together on itself. So if it gets too bulky, then it won't fold up and stay nice and tidy and neat in order to get it back in the box. But I mean, that's it. That is essentially the little mini album made with the brand new Love Notes collection. I will have that tutorial ready hopefully in March of 2019. The point of sharing this now is because it's a brand new collection that's being debuted on the Graphic 45 blog and will be debuting at Creativation 2019. So I just wanted you to take a look, get excited about it. The paper is probably going to be available in February, so I will have that tutorial ready in March. All right, everybody, I hope you like the project. I love this new collection. Thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment or two. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Have a great day.